What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time, we bid Laguna farewell, as we had our final dream sequence with him. And just as everyone was passing out to start that dream sequence, we had just reached the silent country of Esthar. Now, we get to enter the city proper, and we get to keep looking for Alan while we're here, so that she can hopefully help us out with Rinoa, who's gone comatose as of late. And Adi is also tagging along with us so she can find Dr. Odine to suppress her powers so that Ultimacia can no longer possess her. And Esthar is unlike anything we have seen so far. It is a very high-tech motif. It's a crazy futuristic city, maybe to like a comical degree, actually. But there is a world of difference between Esthar and any of the other major cities we visited so far. Dalet, Trabia, Gulbadia, Delling, Balam, nothing like Esthar at all. Unfortunately, I don't remember the layout of Esthar that well, even though I really like this city, so I'm gonna have to explore around and hoof it around a little bit after we get done with this little sequence. So first off, we're at the Presidential Palace, and Dr. Odine, who's 17 years later, still looking goofy as all hell. Dr. Odine, I kind of sandbagged his importance to the plot a little bit last time. So he's pretty important because he discovered Guardian Forces way back in the day, apparently, which I think you only find out from the FF8 Ultimania book. And he's also the reason that non-sorceresses are able to use magic. And he apparently thinks it's gonna be pretty easy to deal with Adia's problem. Oh, but there's a condition. He'll help, but only if Rinoa stays for observation. That, right off the bat, sounds like some mad scientist, shady shit going on. But, oh, the Lunar Gate. Yes. Oh, I can't wait for the Lunar Gate. Boy, this plot's about to go some crazy-ass directions, as if it hasn't already. Got the City of the Jetsons, time travel, all sorts of convoluted shit going on, amnesia plotlines. It's going crazier soon. But first, we're gonna take a little tour, a walking tour, of the city of Esthar. So bear with me for a little bit as I get my bearings and I kind of tour the city. You can navigate the city with these floating platforms that kind of act as ferries. They'll ferry you places. But I want to get a feel for the layout of the city. Also, the music here is crazy. Especially when the tempo picks up. The elevators break later on. You can see the little floating circular platform in the middle of that yellow ring. So there are a couple of really, really cool things you can do here in Esthar. I don't remember if I can do some of them yet. I'm gonna check around and just try to generally get a feel for the city. It's one of the bigger cities, exploration-wise. So I think if you head this way, oh, you get a nice little panning vista of the city, way, way bigger than what you can actually explore. So if you come this way, I think you just exit. You come down to the parking lot where you can rent a car. I think this will come in handy later. Does the elevator just lift you out of the city? Oh, cool, little FMB. Totally unnecessary. What a nice touch. That city's ugly shit in the overworld, though. Like everything else. Man, I wish the overworld looked better. Technical limitations, though. So yeah, that lifts you out of the city. Is this a path? Or is this just... No, I guess it's just where the rent-a-car comes out of. Okay. Cool. So let's go back above ground. before I rent a car and take off for a little bit. We're also going to be exploring the continent, mostly so I can do a little bit of material gathering for a fan favorite. Okay, so over here, the bottom right corner of the city is the mall. Cloud Shop must be a reference to FF7. Karen's bookstore, Cheryl's store. Hey, there we go. So that shop's always closed. If you come back to it enough times, it's totally random. It can be 10, sometimes 50 tries. If you just keep trying to open the shop, sometimes you just randomly get a Rosetta Stone, which is that item that teaches Guardian Force's ability times 4, lets you junction 4 passive abilities. So that's mainly what I wanted to come here for. Now I feel like I have a pretty good idea of the layout, so we can exit. Stage left, even. Actually, not quite what I wanted to do. Yeah. You can see this is a decent chunk of land, and where I'm going, I might want a car, so let me head back in one more time and get a car. Yeah, I feel like now I'm remembering this city a little bit. There's only one more major location that I have to know. But not yet. Not until we get to Ragnarok is that even going to be relevant. Oh, I was hoping it would just mow us down. Or there would be some weird wonky physics collision bug. Nope, no such luck. Okay, now we can drive out of the city. Is this the first time I've rented a car in this playthrough? Boy, is it not spectacular. I think the cars have limited gas, so I can't remember though. I used the rent-a-car so rarely. Oh, this is gonna be a clusterfuck. You can see all these routes leading through the city because it's so huge. Whoa, the camera's not great. So that... I have to find a way to get to the other side of Esthar. Oh, this is gonna suck. I think that looks like a chain link fence. I think that's supposed to be like the border of where the cloaking field for the city is. Okay, so... Oh, this is not great. This is not great. I could just come back here with the Ragnarok and not have to deal with this. But I'm already here on the continent, so fuck it. Okay, there we go. Fuel remaining, 1. Okay. It'd be cool if they gave me a gauge or something. I have no, like, perspective for what that means. So directly ahead, Lunatic Pandora Laboratory. So I'm gonna head for Tears Point. It's not gonna be the last time we go to Tears Point, but might as well get this out of the way now since we're here. Should be right there. There's something rather important here. Important, but totally optional. Oh, nope. Plus, this place looks really cool. And it's massive. I don't like the actual architecture of Esthar City, but the places around it, like Tears Point especially, look really cool. Especially this line of statues. Which unfortunately you don't get the best look at. Oh, wait, you do. Okay, the Solomon Ring. And a little reflector point. Solomon's Ring is one of the last items we need to summon Doomtrain. And the very last items that we need, 6 Marlboro tentacles, we can get out here in the Great Plains of Esthar where we are at. So, I'm about to do a little bit of grinding. I don't think I have any Marlboro cards that I can card mod, unfortunately. So, this might actually take a while. They have a fairly low appearance rate. I need 6 tentacles. So I will see you in a second once that grind is complete. Please don't be... Yay! I had like 12 mesmerizes in a row. Those stupid looking unicorns with the crescent horns. Oh, you're just gonna start off with bad breath, aren't you? Bastard. Okay, this is still manageable. I'll still win this. Marlboros are no joke. They are the toughest enemies in the game outside of bosses, and depending on how some of the bosses go, this might actually be the toughest fight in the game right here. So, they have enormous HP, and they have ridiculous status affliction abilities. The main one being Bad Breath, which hits everyone, and it afflicts you with Berserk, Petrify, Blind, Poison, and Silence. That countdown is how long you have until you're petrified. I have no control over the characters because they're berserked. Most of them are gonna miss anyway because they're all blind. Squall is gonna hit every time though, because he can never, ever miss. So, I have 4 turns with Squall until he becomes petrified. Irvine and Zell will also be petrified at that point, which would be a game over. Squall is going to be able to take care of this, no problem though. I think Bad Breath also afflicts you with Slow. Yes, it does. That's why his ATB gauge is purple. Okay, Irvine's... Yeah, there we go. So unfortunately, that's going to be a bunch of XP, and that's going to level me up a bunch, but it's also going to give me my final Marlboro tentacle. You can, while you're afflicted with Bad Breath, just run away from the fight. A good tactic to use if you're just going for the tentacles is you can equip Initiative and Mug on one character and use your opening turn to mug him, and then just run away immediately. That way it won't even last long enough. The fight won't last long enough for you to get Bad Breath. Doomtrain has pulled into the station. I wish there was like a little FMV or something instead of just the text boxes. We finally have Doomtrain though. Awesome. It's been a long ass time coming. So, Doomtrain's original name, which you can find in the debug menu, was even better. It was the Death Express, which unfortunately doesn't fit the GF character limit. That's also the name of his attack in French. Also, fun little note, you collect 6 tentacles, 6 pipes, and 6 remedy pluses, 666, plus the Ring of Solomon, so a little bit of mixed iconography. We'll teach him Forbidden Medicine Refine. And one more little fun fact about Doomtrain. He is a huge reference to the Ghost Train boss from FF6. He is a direct reference to that boss. God, I should LP FF6 just to show Sabin suplexing that fucking train. That kills me every single time I see it. So, we've acquired Doomtrain. We've set out to do what my goal was from the beginning of FF8, so we can just end this LP now. Got Doomtrain. It's all over. Angelo, hey! It's been a long time since we've seen Renoa's hype-ass dog. No. We still have a couple of Guardian Forces left to get, which we cannot even get to yet. We need the Ragnarok before we can get the final 2 Guardian Forces. And then, if you count Gilgamesh as a GF, we're just gonna get him automatically at the end of the disc. So, on with the plot. We're going to fucking space. We're just ticking off all the check marks at this point. Amnesia, time travel, all sorts of bullshit. Space time. So that's what that Lunar Gate business was all about. Yep, that's it in a nutshell. Space, let me think of, nope. Nope, no time to think about going to space. Just go. Only way that could be better is if you went in the stupid lunar whale. Aw, Zell really wants to be in charge for a little bit. Yeah, okay. So we'll leave everything in his hands. What could go wrong? Meanwhile, it's gonna be Squall, Irvine, and Renoa going up to space. Yep, let's bring Irvine along. Not that he's gonna be terribly consequential in what's happening. That'll leave Edea, Quista, Selfie, and Zell down here on the ground. And we're off! We're off to go to the goddamn space station. Hit the buttons, do the thing. God. What? Was there, like, was that a graphical glitch? Did the floor just disappear there? Is that like an enormous railgun that fires spaceships? Like I said, it is comical how much more advanced Esthar is than any other civilization in this world. Like, it's to a ridiculous extent. Oh, shit's immediately going wrong on the ground. Damn it, Zell. I blame you for this. Well, remember that big floating obelisk we saw at the end of the Laguna Dream sequence with the ruby dragon in it? That thing appears to have surfaced, and it's floating menacingly towards the city. So let's bring Quistis with us and go see what the hell is up with the Lunatic Pandora. Switch everyone's stuff out, because we don't really need anything junction to Squall and Irvine at the moment. And we're good to go. So, Edea, Quistis, and Zell have a whole lot of bad shit to deal with here on the ground with the Lunatic Pandora becoming active. We're gonna see what's going on the ground next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.